What's up, everybody? After Show But Later, episode number 84, I believe. It's your boys D and El Cucuy. We got a short one today for you, but we have plenty coming up. There was a whole lot that went on this week, so we hope you guys are excited. El Cucuy, you ready to go?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's get this shit started. Baseline Trey, let's go.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.
What up, everybody? After Show But Later, episode number 84. It's your boy D, joined as always by El Cucuy. We have a lot planned for you today. So, El Cucuy, what were some of the things that stood out to you this week?
Stinky spot.
Stinky spot. You know what? That's a good place to start, man. That shit is gross. What are your thoughts, real quick, before I get all my shit on here?
I mean, there's no way around it, bro. I mean, it is what it is. We're in the middle of summer. He didn't say that when it was 45, 50 degrees outside. We're in the middle of a heat wave. You know, America knows we're having heat waves. That shit's making the news. And, I mean, is he telling me he doesn't take one shit in 3 days? Like, or fart? I don't know, man. Between your armpits, your butthole, and your feet, there's no way around it. That stuff needs to be cleaned daily. And at the end of the day, I just don't think there's an excuse for it.
No, same here. You know what I was thinking? Damn, I keep coming out of frame because I'm still getting used to this. But what do you call it? No, this dude tried to say that he said I shit once every 2 days or something. But you know, Rich actually made a good point, and you know, we're the league leaders in usually shitting on Rich unintentionally. But he made a good point. He was like, "Do you think that's the only thing that makes yourself smell is taking a shit?" And you know what? And then on top of that, I'm like, he's saying that, you know, he showers after he shits because, you know, I guess that's what he thinks is like the only factor or whatever. But think about it. Even when you shit, don't you clean your ass good enough so there's not remnants on it afterward? That's where I'm like, he made it like he takes a shit and his ass just stays all dirty, so he just showers after it.
Bro, but check it out. Everyone on this planet has entered a restroom 10, 20, 30 minutes after someone's taken a nasty shit, and you still smell it. What's the key word? Why didn't you spray? If it can stick around in a room for minutes on it, what's it doing in your little tidy whities, festering up a little Uncle Fester? I mean, it's in your tidy whities. It can't breathe. Even your Tommy Johns, it can't breathe. It's just marinating, bro. It's cooking. It's bubbling. You got to clean it, dude.
Oh, you froze.
Because it's extra clean. But even if you hit it with a wipe, you're still funky, bro. Like, what? You don't bathe the baby? You bathe the baby once a day too.
You bathe the baby.
They're funky. They shit all day. What do you think grown? I know this. I see his daily swole, but daily stroll, because I stroll right on past that. Whenever I see him and his little fancy pics, I'm like, yeah, but he stinks.
Yeah, no, that honestly, when it comes honestly to hygiene, oh my goodness, I am a stickler for hygiene.
You can't shortcut it.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's, I mean, you know what, I would say, I don't know if it's because I grew up here in Arizona, but you're not in Arizona, and you think that shit's nasty, you know what I'm saying?
Gross, bro. I don't know. Like, if I'm trying to have intimate relations as a grown-ass adult, I want my expectations to be the same. I'm not trying to smell no funky chick. That shit is gross. And I don't want no one to fucking feel that way about me.
100%.
Just saying.
Yeah. No, I
completely... What about their fight?
Oh, talk about the awkward burgers that they had right there, right? You know what?
Tough one. What you got on that?
You know what? I think it definitely came. Somebody. Hold on. That's right. I got that, bub. Somebody made a good point, actually. They were like, it definitely sounded like it was something that was way not even, it had nothing to do with the paper. So for the people that missed the conversation this week, Spot and Rich got into it. Covino was kind of here and there, but it was mostly Spot and Rich where they got into it because Rich was leaving Spot's apartment or something, and he needed to print something, I think a shipping label or something, before he bounced. And Spot was like, I think he had like 2 pieces of paper left, and he didn't want to give them to Rich. So then Rich got pissed, Spot got pissed, and then all kinds of shit blew up and it hit the fan. But I think one of the things that people were saying is that this is a way deeper issue. It had nothing to do with the paper. You know, this is like when you and your girl are fighting and, you know, you're about to break up in a relationship and, you know, it's just like she leaves the peanut butter knives in the sink, you know, and then next thing you know, you're freaking blowing up on her just because of something stupid, but it's not that. It's that she cheated on you last week and freaking she left the car without gas or whatever. It's all this shit that added up. So when she left the peanut butter knives in the sink, you see that, and then all of a sudden you're like, you can't believe this shit, you know, and you just blow up, have a big ass fight, and then it has nothing to do with the paper, in my opinion. What did you think about that?
No, it doesn't. I think what it does is I think that Spot thinks he's too cool now. I mean, he did make some life improvements, and you know, he kind of pulled himself together out of where he was. I mean, he's definitely a new Spot, but with that, I don't think he dealt with his emotions and, you know, maybe even some traumas that it tagged along with being Rich's little buddy. You know what I'm saying? And I think Spot probably has never processed that, and I think that Rich probably still tries to treat him like that. And with that being said, I think that Rich still tries to treat him like his little buddy, but this is different Spot, so he's not going for it. And I think that's where the conflict starts.
Yeah, no, I think completely. I think the roles have kind of changed, and one of the things that that they have pointed out is that Spot...
Rich used to be on top, now he's on bottom.
I don't know if he was ever on top. You think... I don't know if that ever... Yeah, but hold on, I got my kid with me right here. But no, you know, I think... Where are we at? I think that... you know, I think they're kind of equals now when it comes to the world of Covino and Rich, and I just feel like some of that Rich doesn't see, as far as like he's still like Spot's still like his little buddy, and I think when it comes to Spot, you know, Covino even mentioned how Covino mentioned that Spot's changed a lot and he's got a lot more angry and this and this. I think honestly, it's years and years and years of resentment that's building up, and I just feel like it can't be good, man. It cannot be good, because I just feel like, you know.
And he shouldn't have resentment. He should just be happy that where he's at, he's in a better place. Forget what it was, because the way they acted at 23, that's also, or 26 or 30, is also they were not at the same place in life, mature-wise, as they are now, too. So you just got to let that shit go, dude.
Yeah, I think, and you know what? This is what I don't understand, is when it comes to the resentment, I see where both of them are coming from as far as, like, their anger. I see where Rich is irritated, like, Spot, like, because he still sees him as Spot. I see where Spot's irritated because Spot's like, no, like, shit's changed, you know, things are way different now. Now I'm an equal third in this partnership, and I'm still getting treated like shit. So, well, not like shit, but, you know, like, I think the way, I think Rich was, like I said, Rich, I think, kind of still looks at it like that Spot's his little buddy, because they even go back to working at Z100 together, you know, and he's always kind of been like the little homie or whatever. But at this point, I think the three of them are it's a three-way partnership, and I see where Spot's getting irritated, I see where Rich is getting irritated, but I'm just like, it just, honestly, it kind of like, I hope it's like water under the bridge at this point, but it kind of scares me for the future of Covino and Rich because I don't understand though why Spot is like so pissed. I kind of see where he's pissed, about
he's
like
not, he's not healing. He's still holding grudges. So what they're doing is they're taking this shit to the point where both of them are acting like weirdos. They got unresolved issues, and instead of talking that shit out and moving past it, it's to the point where it's causing them to have resentment, and then that shit builds, and then they have an issue, and it's like, I don't know, man. They got to get over it. Rich has got to get over it. Spot's got to get over it. I mean, it's just you're letting it affect your behavior to the point where now you guys are acting like little BIs. I mean, I don't know. Both of them are.
You know what? No, this is where I'm tripping about Spot because now that he's an equal third, right? He's a third of this partnership, and he's making more now than he did with SiriusXM. So they've said that on multiple occasions that he's doing better now than he was with Sirius. So, and one of the things that Spot brought up, lower this fool. Okay, well, I'll grab you something right now. One of the things that Spot brought up, my bad, I'm trying to do a million things, is that he brought up ESPN. So during that conversation, that's where I'm telling you the resentment is from how long ago? It's from 2007 when he started and he had his little Jufro or I don't know if you can say that these days, but and his Kmart sneakers. And now, then it progressed and now they were going to ESPN. And one of the things that Covino said that had me laughing was he was kind of joking, but he kind of wasn't joking, where he said Spot was secretly happy that ESPN, the show's over. And Spot, you go ahead.
Well, all I'm going to say is that I just got a pretty cool job, and I consider it a dream job. And I've got everyone and their mama asking me to get them a job, but unfortunately, that's not the way it works.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And so then, you know what I'm saying? So, like, maybe Covino and Rich didn't have enough time at ESPN to make those demands. Like, it just, I don't know if they were in that position. So how is Spot going to get butthurt because those two scored a gig that he wasn't invited to? ESPN don't need Spot. They got their own producers.
No, and you know what? And the thing is, Rich had said, he was like, I talked to everybody I could. I did whatever I could, and it still wasn't enough in Spot's eyes. I don't know what Spot wanted them to do, like, because they were there.
But anything other than what you just said though is unrealistic, and he's in his feelings. Like, if the dude talked to everybody there and it didn't work out, get over it, bro. I'm not putting my job. Am I supposed to? Okay, look, we got a job. I got kids. I got a family. I'm supposed to put an extra income on the line to throw a fit because they didn't want to bring you along, even though we still have our job and you're making enough money to take care of yourself. Like, it just doesn't seem realistic. Spot's not being realistic about that.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that they had said was they had told him in time, we're trying to get you over, which like you said, it's unrealistic for him to think that they were going to bring Covino and Rich in and then have Spot come in as well. They even said that, I believe ESPN even kind of gave him an opportunity and wanted him to do like little projects or something. I'm guessing it was kind of like a internship in a way, like basically, hey, get some shit for us and let us basically show us that you're really interested, because Spot had said on a million occasions he was like, sports, like he didn't give a shit about sports, and now you want to work for the biggest entertainment company in sports?
He just wants in because he was left out. He wants in because he was left out. He doesn't give a shit about sports. Exactly.
I think that's exactly what it is.
And forget his producing skills. We know what he can do with production, but his lack of basic sports history is something that you have to qualify for. You got to have that info if you're going to work for them. I mean, that's like getting a job in the music industry and you don't know how to do music.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to be in a different field, like an A&R.
Hey, you know what though? Hey, I will say, Rich has been working in music for 20 years, and he didn't know how Barry Gibb looked from the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
So.
He's hey, as Covino says, he's got a new addiction. So maybe he was off in La La Land and he forgot everything from having his edibles the night before.
Oh, that's another thing, is that I can't stop laughing every time Covino makes fun of him, because he's
like
great. He's doing shit that everybody did when they were like, 14 or 15. He's going through that phase at 40, like 40 some odd years old. Like what is he, 48 now? And
that's great.
And Covino, it just makes me laugh because Covino's like, who the hell picks up like a freaking edible addiction and shit at 41?
In dad life.
Yeah. No, and you know what? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just gonna kick back.
I think it's funny, and I like the way Covino calls him an addiction, and fucking how Covino fucks with him. It's great, bro.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna I don't know if Covino was just saying this to make a point, or if it was true. And if he didn't say this, forgive me. So just go back and listen to last week's or the week before's episodes to see if I'm right, because I could be wrong. But did he say at one point that he did acid?
Covino did?
Yeah.
No, I know. No, I think he said that. He said that he ate some edibles and then the moon were dancing, or he heard dancing, or I heard that a long time ago though. So maybe again, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. No. I could be wrong, because I remember I was actually pulling out of my orthodontist appointment, and I was like, I had to go for a checkup because obviously I got this beautiful smile now. But but I was pulling out, and Kennedy, kick back. I hear you. Okay, so I was pulling out of my appointment, and I had just got back into the show, and when I put it on, that was when one of the points where Covino was talking shit about Rich, saying like, who picks up this addiction at 40 or whatever, and then Covino said, I've done all that shit, and then he says like weed. I think he said acid. I think he did. I'm not positive. If he did, Covino, forgive me if you're listening to this. But I was, when I heard that, I was like, oh shit, is this dude trying to make a point, or did he drop acid at one point and was just like, for the hell of it, tried it? Like, I think everybody's tried some random shit here and there. Just like maybe once in a while, maybe once you popped some ecstasy or something or whatever. Just you said, what the hell? Let's give this a go and see what happens. So I mean, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities. But when I heard that, I was like, it threw me off. But again, the reason why I think it could be a possibility is because of like the people that Covino grew up with and stuff. And I feel like he grew up with a lot of people that he mentions that are either in jail or dead right now. Yeah. So I mean, it's not out of the it's not completely crazy,
Well, Rich Davis has it backwards, because for me, I quit doing anything like that when my kid was born. So, as you get into fatherhood and parenthood and adulthood, that's when those things, the experiments are supposed to stop, bro. You don't start at 40 once you have kids. You stop when you have kids. I mean, I don't know what Rich Davis is thinking, but typical Rich Davis, he's got it backwards.
Speaking of backwards, I don't know if I'm going to edit this out or not, but actually our screens right now are switched. So it says you're me and it says I'm you. So whoever's watching this, just know, where am I at? That's Al Cucuy and I'm Daniel. So
that's great.
I'm looking at it and I didn't even center it correctly, because for the people watching, we're running super short on time today, and we're barely able to get an episode out today, so we're just like, I just threw this shit together, and yeah, man. But
I had something else though.
What's up?
Yasiel Puig, Yasiel Puig, right?
Yeah.
Is that fucker the real life Kenny Powers or what? Because now he's in the Mexican League, bro. Like, he was acting up. Remember, he was a star for a little bit with the Dodgers. He was acting up, and now I saw he got into a fight or some shit in the Mexican League. And so
is that who Covino was talking about this week?
I think so.
I think he was.
28 home runs in 2017. He was always on SportsCenter making highlights.
Yeah, no, that's who he was talking about. Because he was talking about how this dude, he was like, he hit dingers,
Yeah,
and now for him to be in the Mexican League, it's kind of like, damn, that's crazy. It reminds me of like when they had like exactly. Never mind. You made the best point right there.
You know what I mean? Like, is he banned? Is he going through some like Kenny Powers type shit when he's over there, or what?
It's funny. Speaking of Kenny Powers, do you remember when he was at the car dealership and like signing baseballs and shit or whatever? Covino
with Will Ferrell?
Yeah, with Will Ferrell. Well, Covino and Rich talked about this week about local, like, ghetto, commercials and shit in your hometown where they had, like, the whole family at the end just, like, waving.
Right.
Did you ever have that shit? Was there anything that stood out to you as a kid or anything?
Yeah, there's a bunch of fucking. We right now, even as an adult, they had this dude. I forgot his name, but he's a furniture guy, Crazy Bernie, and he got some wild ass fucking tactics with balloons and fucking streamers and all kind of shit like that. Crazy Bernie, but he's going out of business, so.
It's funny because every time I drive by one of those big ass balloons that they have outside of where it's like the dude dancing. I always think of Rich Davis. Do you remember when they used to talk about that?
Yep.
They used to say that was Rich Davis. There's a place near my mom's house. It's like Cricket Phones or some shit. It's one of those. It's one of those burner phone type of places. And outside of it, they have a big ass green dude going like this. And every time I go by there, I'm like, "There's Rich Davis."
It's a green Rich Davis.
Oh, you know what?
Green Davis.
I'm not sure if this is something that was like a part of your growing up or anything, but for me, it definitely wasn't. Where they were talking about, they were talking about the garbage man hanging off of the freaking garbage can and shit. Did you ever
hear that one?
You didn't hear that? They were talking about. Oh, I think the reason why they talked about this was because Covino almost got lifted up by a garbage man.
No.
You didn't hear that story? Okay,
No.
So this dude, he was texting, I think, El Blanco McFly, and he was walking, and I think he walked between the garbage truck and the garbage can, and the garbage man almost picked him up.
Hey,
yo. So, what do you call it? So then they got into a conversation about when we were young, how they used to have the dude that hung off of the garbage truck at the, he would hang off and then get off and actually throw the garbage in the truck.
Right.
I never saw that growing up. I don't know if it was that was more of an East Coast thing, but I don't know if being on the West Coast, did you ever see that growing up?
No, we didn't have it like that. They always came in the truck and they had the little, they had like the tool to grab the shit and lift it over the side or over the front to the back. But yeah, I never seen dudes like that. I mean, they would mob deep, like when they do trash cleanup, one's in like a little mini, tractor loading it up or something, but not hanging off the back. That's some, I don't know, man. Why would you do that? No,
well, see, Rich was like, when did they invent the big claw, right?
Two seats or what? I don't know when they invented. Fucking, is Rich that old or what?
No, that's the thing is that I actually shared something to the in-show chat.
Hey, Rich is waiting for him to hop off and throw the bag manually into the truck, bro. He's in those days or what? Where they just
no, that's what he was saying. That's what he was saying, that the dudes would hang off of the trash, the garbage truck, and then the garbage man would drive up, the dude would jump off of it, grab the can, and throw it into the freaking...
Hey, yo, I don't know, but I think he's watching too many Rocky movies, yo.
You know what is funny? There was a movie that came out on Disney Channel when I was probably like in high school. I think it was like more my sister's generation. But Tony Danza was in it, and he was a garbage man, and that was his shit where he would pick up the garbage can and throw it in the shit. That's why I'm thinking, because the movie was based in Philadelphia. So
okay.
I'm thinking it's more of an East Coast.
It wasn't based in Franklin Square?
No, but you know what? See, the thing is, I shared something on the in-show chat because Rich was like, when did the claw get invented? Because we didn't see that, And, Doug, the thing I shared said 1937. So
hey, tell that fucker he needs to stick to fighting with Spot. Why are you talking about the claw?
Doug, he was talking about the claw, and he was asking when it was invented. 1937, that shit was invented. So
maybe cost of living in New York, they can't afford to upgrade because it's all about profit. I don't know.
I don't know.
Expenses.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but when I heard that, I go. In my mind, I never saw the dude actually jump off of the car or the garbage truck and throw it in.
Fuck no. It's like you chased by them big ass New York rats.
Hey, what's crazy too is that there were still people. I think Mauser was one of them.
Oh,
that actually said.
Daily? I think he sets an alarm on his phone, bro, and it automatically dials him into Rich while they're doing the show.
Well, Mauser had mentioned, or one of the people, actually a few people, but I think Mauser was one of them, that said that shit's still happens in their hometown or wherever they're living, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so people still jump off the shit, throw them in, and
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's a trip though, man. Let me know how you're doing on time as well. If you need to wrap it up, we got like a good 20 minutes. So.
Hey, what about that song, bro? Can't Piss This.
Oh, you know what? I can't play that right now. Can you play it?
I think I can.
If you can, yeah, play it, because I haven't downloaded it.
All right, let's see what we got. Let's see. Let me see if I can't share this.
The new hit single by the yet-to-be-named band.
Let's see. You know what? Let me try something else. What about, while I look for it, what about chair hopping? I know Kavina went to a different barber, and they were kind of giving him shit. Do you ever chair hop like that and go to different barbers, or what's your deal?
Well, honestly, my mom's been cutting my hair since I was like 7 years old. So I haven't been to a barber since I was like 5. There was one barber. Hold on. There was one barber that I used to go to. This big ass Indian dude. Or wait, no, he wasn't Indian. He was Native American. I got a lot of Native friends, and they're gonna beat my ass if they hear that. But he was a Native American dude named Mr. Montague. And this dude was the only dude I went to from the time I was like 2 to the time I was like 6 or 7, when my mom bought some clippers and was like, fuck this, I'm going to learn how to do this shit, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So for me, honestly, I can't speak on the hopping from fucking place to place or dude to dude.
I do. I got a couple spots. My main spot that I go about 4 out of 5 times is called Colima's. And it's right down the street from my house. The lady don't speak no English, but she.
I was gonna say that. I remember you saying the lady don't even speak English.
And then I got another. Then in my neighborhood, there's a barber shop damn near on every corner. So I've been to almost all of them. And so sometimes I'm short on time, man. I get my hair cut once a week. Every Friday I get my hair cut. So a lot of times for me, I'll chair hop just because I ain't got the time, and I'm trying to slide in and out as quick as possible. You know what I mean?
You know what? It's funny that you say that. I don't know if we've had the conversation before or not, or because this was actually a topic a few weeks ago. But for me, oh, you're gonna share it?
Yeah, no, I'm listening.
Oh, for me, let me see. Let me go. There was what was I gonna? Oh yeah. There was somebody on the Carl page or one of those pages saying something about they get their haircut once like every 6 weeks. And Doug, for me, I've got.
Do they hang out with Spot or what?
Doug, I've had this freaking. I haven't got a haircut, and this is going on 2 weeks, and this is so embarrassing. I don't even want you to see my sideburns or nothing. Like,
yeah, no, I'm every Friday.
More than a week to me is like ridiculous. But I think it's when you keep your hair real short, that's part of it. Cause
right.
I can't imagine, Doug. I don't think I've ever gone 6 weeks in my life not getting a haircut. Unless I was growing my hair out, you know.
That's a penalty. But hey, we want to bring in the new after show but records, after show but later records.
The after show but records.
Let's see what we got.
Oh, share your audio.
How do I show the audio?
On the Zoom, where the green button in the middle, where it says share screen, click on the share screen, and then click
share screen,
and then click advanced, and then share audio.
Ah, got you.
What happened?
Okay, no, that's right. Let's see. Okay, cool. Let's see what we got. After show, but later records.
Let's hear this. I can't hear it.
Full piss.
Oh, there we go. Nice. Here we go. I can hear it. We're good. We're good.
Can't pull piss. Can't piss this. She had to pee, dancing like Hammer. Party foul, now Rich can't stand her. Sorry to address with vulgar grammar. Now he ducks her like Robo Spammer. Shannon needs her pee vaccine. Blue cloud made him flee the scene. Before I go, I'ma leave you with this. Use the bathroom if you need to piss. Can't piss this. Don't pool piss. Can't pool piss. No. Can't piss this. Pissy Shannon, what you thinking? No manners after a day of drinking. Shit is gross, you think it's cool? I'll never stick a toe in Rich's pool. Got a question, you wipe your butt? Pee in your browser from watching smut? Before I go, I'ma leave you with this. Use the bathroom if you need to piss. Can't piss this. No. Don't pool piss. That's gross. Can't pool piss. Come on, Shannon, you're better than that. Can't piss this. Come on, Shannon. You're too grown up for this nasty stuff. Don't piss in Rich's pool. And if you do, keep that shit quiet. The blue cloud gonna show up in your dreams. It's gonna haunt you. Moral of the story. Just don't pee in someone else's pool. Don't pee in your own pool. Don't pool piss. I'm out. Cucuy. AfterShowBL later records. I'ma let the beat ride me out. Yo.
I just picture myself in the hammer pants.
Cucuy time.
Cucuy time. He said Cucuy time.
Later records. Album coming soon. Daniel Javier Fitz. El Cucuy.
Got a shout out right there, Doug.
There we go.
That's what's
Don't
up.
piss this.
Oh my goodness, we got some bangers coming, Doug. We have Can't Piss This. We have let me see if I where's my shit right here. There's one that let me see. How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee Gees.
Ooh.
So we know there's one that we have. Oh shit, what did I do? Hold on. There's one what the hell am I doing? Okay. So we have How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee Gees. There might be a parody coming out called My Meat in Your Tud.
Yeah, there you go. Shout out
So-
to Tud Master.
So we got to shout out to Tud Master on that one because that one, you know what? I might have to have you or Cavino actually sing it because all the lyrics are written, but when you hear that, I know you're rising. Like I know I definitely can't sing that shit, so I might have to throw some auto-tune on it or whatever. If not, we might have Cavino hit his ha ha ha.
Yeah, hell yeah, that'd be dope.
So yeah, man. But you know what? I think we'll go ahead and wrap this up. We got a good half hour.
I got two ones for you. I got two quick for you, real quick.
What's up?
Are Dougie's picks still fresh? Because they didn't sound very fresh last week.
You know what?
I'm not trusting Dougie. I'm sorry. I'm trusting myself and my research and my homework.
Yeah, I'm down on all of my Dougie picks right now, but I'm just waiting. You know what though? I will say something. I did a few weeks ago. I made was it like $300 on Semi? So I can't complain with that one. I know there's some that I'm hoping will pop soon because if they do, that'll be dope.
Dougie picks too or what?
Yeah, I'm all up on the Dougie picks. I follow that dude.
Yeah.
I have the notifications on my phone, so whenever this dude tweets or anything, I hear him. But no, I'm not.
There's a stock I'm down on. I'm down on Pot Network. I bought that thing in about 2018, and that's not much. I think when I bought it was like 20 cents, and now it's like half a penny or some shit. And I'm just gonna ride that one out. But
damn, you bought it in 2018, and you're still riding with it.
Yeah, fuck it. You know what I mean? At this point, what are you gonna do? Am I gonna try to get peanuts out of it? I mean, at that point, you're all in. Either they're gonna bankrupt or they're gonna pop, one or the other. And if they bankrupt, they ain't gonna bankrupt me. I'm not that deep into it. But what about is it rude fucking not to tell family or friends about your life news? Remember they were saying that fucking how long before you text back is okay? Remember that conversation?
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, honestly, I don't really to me it's not a big deal because I know everybody's freaking busy, you know. I don't think any of my friends get butthurt or anything because like I sent my buddy Nico, one of my best friends, I had texted him something. It was a couple of days ago, and it might have been like that night he texted me back or something. And this dude is single, you know. I mean, he's not married, and he don't have any kids. But I still know he's a grown ass man, and he's busy, you know. So to me, I'm not gonna sit there and bitch about my homie, especially if they do have families and shit, like not hitting me back up right away or whatever, because I do the same shit. Like I have my friend Jorge hit me up last night. It was probably yesterday afternoon, and he sent me a clip of Kevin Hart, I think, talking about Snoop Dogg or something. And I told him, hey, I haven't watched this shit, but I'll let you know once I do, you know? And I still haven't texted him back because I've been busy. I'm like, you know, people are busy. People don't get back to you all the time right away, and you don't. If they don't, then are you gonna be a bitch about it? Like for real?
I'm not, but some people do. There's some fucking pretty controlling motherfuckers out there.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. To me, that's never been like a thing. Even if you hit me up like a day or two later, if it wasn't life or death situation, why do I give a shit? Like, you know, if I was just like, damn, say we're living in 1998, and I'm like, damn, did you see Tyson bite freaking Holyfield's ear? You know, and then if like a day or two later, you're like, damn, yeah, that shit was crazy, because now maybe you're on the shitter, or maybe now you're waiting in line at freaking Costco or some shit. And now you do have a second.
Bro? How about 88 when no one had cell phones and you had to fucking leave a message on the machine if they had an answering machine, and if not, that fucker just rang. And no one even know you called. You know what I mean? There weren't no caller ID. Like, ain't no one gave a shit back in the day. Now all of a sudden that you can send your location, people are all fucking demanding and fucking weirdos about it.
Doug, I remember, I don't know if this went down like in your house or nothing, but I know in the early 90s, for me, I mean, I was a kid, but I remember us. No, I remember us like getting around the freaking the answering machine when my mom was gonna like record it.
Record the message.
And Doug, to me that was like, oh shit, we're living in the future, you know, like she's right here and she would hit it. We'd all have to be quiet. And then, do you remember the mini little cassette tapes that you would put in it to record the shit?
Yep.
And I'm like, oh shit, I remember when the shit would get full, you would either like record over it or you'd have to get a new one. And that
my
was...
mom still has an answering machine, bro.
Oh, for real?
Well, yeah, you call their home phone and shit. She still got the answering machine on it.
That's
and
crazy.
She still screens her calls like caller ID is not good enough. She'll still screen. She'll let you talk halfway through the message to figure out if she wants to talk to your ass or not.
You know, that's so funny because I remember that feature, and to me it was always like I never wanted to screen it because I was like, I would screen it as far as like I would listen and just kick it, but I was not gonna pick it up, you know, 14 seconds into the message, because then they know you were screening it, and I always felt like a dipshit if I did that, you know?
Right. No, for sure. Yeah, fuck them. I never cared. You can either like it or you don't.
Yeah, man.
My pops had a saying. He's like, you'll get over it or you won't. Fuck, but I will. So it's up to you.
Yeah, there's actually a comedian. I think I might have told you this before, but it made me laugh because he was talking about how like when you're a kid, you're like, you know, 19, 20, and you get into it with your girl. That's like the end of the world to you, you know? You're like, you know, right. I can't believe this shit, you know, and like it might have been Dom Herrera now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it might have been Dom Herrera. Well, anyway, he was like, I don't understand kids. He's like, I saw this 20-year-old kid. He was all down, and I was like, hey man, what's going on? He's like, my girl's mad at me. He's like, okay, and later she won't be. Like, what the fuck, you know? Like, yeah. Like, isn't it just kind of like now? It's funny because like, even if I get into it with my girl now, I'm like, all right, cool. You'll get over it later, or you won't, and then fucking whatever, you know?
Mhm.
So.
Hell yeah. Right on, brother.
Cool, man. Well, you want to go ahead and wrap this shit up? I know you got a flight to catch, and I ain't trying to have your ass fucking walk back to Fresno.
Yeah, no, I gotta. Well, it doesn't leave till 4 something, but I gotta go grub.
Yeah, gotta grub. You gotta shower because you're not Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher, or Spot.
Yeah. But gross. I can smell that shit from here.
Yeah, man. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap this shit up. I'm excited to see how this shit's going. Cross your fingers. I might be selling a car today. So,
Hell yeah.
we'll go ahead and see. I'll give you guys an update on the next episode. If you see me rolling in here with a Gucci polo and some rims that spin, they spin, son. They spin. You know what happened.
Some Luis flip-flops. Shout out Luis.
Some Luis flip-flops. Hey, speaking of which, he just got some Gucci Locs.
Oh, that's dope. Hell yeah.
He sent me these 2 pictures. He's like, do you think I could pull this shit off, or are they a little much? They were a little much, but he could pull them off. I told him. So
Hell yeah.
So he picked them up. So now he's Gucci Locs and Gucci slides, dog.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.
Hydro, the vapes and blood I smoke.